Ah, the hell with it. What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Simulator Sunday. That was a weird flight file to play. Can't win them all. Hey, I think you can see that. Hold on. Hold on. Wow, is there no way to make this invisible? Alright, I gotta figure that out. That's kind of annoying looking. We're gonna be playing Velocidrone combat mode today. We're gonna be talking about old quads. This is the first 5-inch rig I ever built. Way back when, right before Quad Camp Atlanta, actually, which was, hell, I don't know, 5 years ago-ish. I pulled this down off the wall. I don't know why. Oh yeah, so I got the last of the glides fixed, and so that is all glides now. There's no space for the Flowride, and so yeah, I pulled this down to find a different spot for it, and I thought, you know what? I'll let me put this on the newest flight firmware. So I put it on 4.3, and now it's on 4.3, and now I feel like I should fly the damn thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna. This is trash. This is not set up the way that it was back when I used to fly it. I used to have a 30x30 ESC and a 30x30 flight controller. It's like, I ended up pulling that stuff out to build glides with. And I had one of these old school AIOs, old school 30x30 AIOs floating around that I got really cheap way back when, that I put in here, and it barely flies. Yeah, there's no, It's not drilled for grommets, so it's on the stupid rubber standoffs, but they do just barely work. So yeah, I don't know. I've hung on to this for like sentimental purposes, but it should actually fly. It's got Hypetrain 2306 2400 kV on it. So yeah, I put a dirty I put the dirty tune on it, the noisy preset. And so yeah, I'm super interested. I busted out a couple of my 4S 1300s, and I'm gonna get them charged up. It's on old school Dow 5040 propellers, which I used to absolutely love. And yeah, we'll see how it is. It's got a session on it. It's probably pretty light. Let's take a look at what it weighs with one of these 1300s. I'm very curious. This is also what sort of kicked off the obsession with lightweight 5-inch rigs, was the ability to get this rig lightweight. So with this, and just, you know, flying other people's fat rigs, I'd be like, nah, man, lightweight forever. With a 4S 1300, what? Hold on. Is that right? 571? What's missing from this? Hold on. It is going to need another battery strap to keep the session on it. 571? That's with an R line. That's with an R line 1300. 582 with a GNB 1300. Good God. Okay. This might actually fly really nice. This AIO will not take anything more than 4S, I don't think. Good God, that's light. Has our stuff really gotten that? What? 571. That's a bit obnoxious. How the hell is this so lightweight? These Hypetrain 2306s, I mean, they're pretty light. They're based off of the T-Motor F40 Pro 2s, which were very light. Not as light as the Pro 4s, though. And these Hypetrain motors were not as light as those F40 Pro 2s. Jesus. I mean, it is an AIO, right? It is one single 30 by 30 board for the flight controller and the ESC. So that definitely saves weight, but I mean, Jesus, that doesn't save 30 grams. I mean, this is also a very lightweight frame. This Flowride frame has no ass. It is assless. Like back here, you know, like there's no ass. You got to put the, that's why I put an AIO into it, because I've got the VTX under the AIO, and then I have the receiver up front behind the camera. Man, is it hard to see? Come on. There's the receiver in there. Little RXSR. Zip tied down. And then there's the AIO. And then there's a rush tank race. See that silver rectangle there? That's a rush tank race hidden up under that AIO flight controller ESC all-in-one, with a capacitor just jankily sitting off the side there, just asking to be broke off. Wow, I'm staggered at how light this is. And yeah, so here's the assless frame, like in the to the rear of the central stack. There's just nothing. There's just nothing back there. Yeah, this was Rugi's very first 5-inch frame. And I remember really digging it. I remember really liking this frame. It's squished X, barely. If you look at the prop to prop distance, there's still a good gap here. But of course, in the front, there's a much bigger gap. Yeah, I remember digging this frame. I remember the thing I did not like about this frame is that the arms are only 4 millimeters thick. The the big advancement to the glide for me was going to a 5mm thick arm. These arms are wider, left to right, but thinner, top to bottom. So they will take collisions. Like if you slide into something flat like this and you put a bunch of energy into the arm in this direction, it's going to take that hit really well. But if you're flying, because we fly with the nose down. If you're flying with the nose down, you hit something, it's not going to crash as well. Or if you flat bottom, when you crash to the ground and you put energy up in this direction, it's not going to do as well. The glide crashed infinitely better than this rig did. A lot of you guys have seen that though, with 4mm thick arms versus 5mm thick arms. 5mm thick arms just tend to be much more balanced kind of in their strength. But the big thing is that 5mm thick skinnier arms break a lot less than 4mm thick wide arms. This is my full-time job. If you like this content and want to see it continue, head on over to CiottiFPV.com and just click all the goddamn buttons. Patreon helps me out the most. For $3 whole a month, you can jump on and get a ton of benefits. Notifications all over the place when I stream, access to Patreon only streams. There's a YouTube playlist with like 80 some odd videos that are Patreon only, sketchy stuff that I don't want to be public, Patreon only live streams, all kinds of good stuff going on. Join it and I won't die. There's also a bunch of affiliate links over there. Somebody remembered to use the FPV Cycle affiliate link. Thank you for that. If you're doing orders on Amazon, God's website, Newbie Drone, bunch of others, Get FPV, hit my affiliate link before you check out and I'll get free money and I'll spend it on stuff to review and make more content for you beautiful bastards. Buy yourself something nice on my Etsy store. There's a bunch of random hardware you might need for your builds. Some of it's hard to find. Bunch of stickers. And there's even a Teespring store. CiottiFPV.com. In the chat, Kevin Sumner was first. Apache Smoke Wounded Sniper was next. Riot 9, Rob Exelson. Expander, Cole Powers, Oscillation, Andy, Timbo Slice. Timbo Slice. Respect. Northern Tier, License to Drive, Rob Axelson, Cole Powers, Left Step, Northern Tier again, Chopper FPV, Rob Axelson, Morton Upshot, Left Step, CH3 FPV, Riot 9, Imp FPV, Bobby Bags, Morton Upshot. I'm going to leave it there. If you want the gangly man to read your name, you got to get in early, you got to say something. If you want to talk to me direct, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV, it'll light up in orange, and I know that you're talking to me. You can also do a super chat, or you can do a PayPal over on my website. Apache Smoke Wounded Sniper tagged me and said, "Good evening. How are you doing today? What's up, collective? Happy Sunday, everyone. Hit the like button." Rob Axelson says, "Hola, senior gangly." Hey, if you don't know, now you know. Every live stream, I go back to the previous live stream and read the comments that were left. So if you can't watch these live and you're watching them on repeat, you can still be a part of it. Just leave a comment. And so we are going to go back to Fix Shit Friday. And let's see what we got. 2 comments. Butch Unknown says, on your bearing pusher, use a slave bearing on top of the good bearing, then push the washers and wing nut to drive it in. Just a thought to try. Butch, I actually did that towards the end of me showing how to remove and replace bearings. The problem with the Axis motors, though, in doing that, I found, is that that lip that they put on the top, by using a slave bearing, that bearing would get wedged in there. Any other motor without that stupid lip that Axis puts on theirs, you can absolutely do that, or you can use the little kit that I made from Home Depot with the little washers. The washers work perfectly for that. But yeah, I'm giving. For anybody that didn't see, and we're caught up there, for anybody that didn't see that, towards the end of Friday's live stream, I showed you how to replace and how to remove and replace bearings from your motors, and kind of made a little realization about the Axis 2306s, and I think most of the Axis 5-inch motors, they put on the top of the stator, they raised a lip up, and then on the bottom of the bell, they made like a little pocket for that lip to glide around in. And what they say is that this makes the motor more durable. And maybe it does. Maybe it does. I did find those motors to be relatively durable. But what I have noticed is that if you do hit the motor hard enough to bend the motor bell, that lip will now contact the motor bell. The lip on the stator will now contact the motor bell itself, and you're done. Like that motor bell is shot. Basically, the question here becomes, does it actually help in a crash? Like, does that lip setup actually help in a crash to not let the motor bell bend enough to bend the titanium motor shaft that goes down through the stator? I'm doubtful of that, but I could totally be wrong. What I do know is that having that set up there, if the titanium motor shaft does bend a little bit, that then rubs and that motor bell is worthless. With every other motor I've ever run, you can let the motor bell bend a little bit and it'll start to wobble a little bit. It doesn't put that much garbage into the gyro. And you can usually get away with flying that motor for quite a while longer. And you can kind of see this, like if you probably already have a motor shaft that's bent. Like if you hold your motor up like this and you just like look perfectly flat down. You know what? How I actually do it is there's a gap between the bottom of the motor bell and the top of the wires. I'm trying to get, there it is. See this gap here? See this gap right here? I'm closing it with my finger. So if you look at that gap really carefully, you got to put the rig like down on the table and hold it really solid. And then if you just spin the propeller on, I bet you have a motor or two right now that if you do this, you will see that gap change a little bit as the motor bell kind of wobbles. On the Axis power motors, if you have a motor bell that's doing that, that's wobbling a little bit, it's going to hit that lip. And you can't have that. Like you just that just can't happen. So I don't like that. I would rather let that motor bell wobble and keep running it. And like, yeah, it's not going to be the absolute perfect rig, but we're talking about freestyle rigs here, right? I guess I not right. I should have specified that. We're talking about freestyle rigs here. But again, the question, that lip setup, maybe it is making the motor more durable. Maybe it is preventing that motor bell from bending in the first place. Man, is it hard to tell. Is it hard to get actual feedback on that, right? Like, I don't fly freestyle enough anymore to crash those motors enough to really, like, get any kind of certainty behind that. Does that make sense? We would really need someone. It would be an easy test, actually, because all of the motors use the same grade titanium on the motor shafts, and the motor shafts are all the same diameter, 4 millimeters. So it would be a pretty easy test. Anybody that's crashing a lot, that's flying a titanium motor shaft motor, if they have one rig with the motors that they're familiar with, and then they build another rig with the Axis motors, and then put a whole bunch of batteries through both, if they find that the Axis motors are, yeah, I mean, that's the only way to get durability data, is to have two identical rigs like that and to fly them roughly as much as one another for a while. You got to do it for a while because, like, you know, some days the first rig you put up in the air, you're going to crash harder. There's just all these variables, right? So you have to put hundreds of you have to probably put 100 plus slams on them to really have it happen enough to get a feel for it. And it could still be wrong. But yeah, I don't like that about the Axis motors. I don't like that the lip system prevents the motor bell from being used if it gets bent kind of at all. But in fairness, maybe that setup prevents it. I'll say this: if their little lip system does work, and if it does prevent that motor shaft from bending, that is a better setup, because once the motor shaft bends, you do get more vibrations in there. So if the lip system is doing something to keep it from getting bent, that is actually a good thing. Then the question becomes, like, how much is it doing? Is it doing a little bit, or is it doing a lot? Right? Is it doing a little bit, and it's still a better bet to run motors without that, because, right? Does that make sense? You guys follow me? Hopefully you guys follow me. CH3FPV says, what's up? ImpFPV says, late night I woke up because I had this entry melody of CiottiFPV channel in my head. License to Drive says, dude, you need to check out this channel. Has old school Top Gear drives vibes to it. Driven Media, I've heard of them. I don't know why I've heard of them. Let me look at their logo. Oh yeah. That's son of Nigel Mansell, I believe, right? Yeah, Driven Media is awesome. I've been subscribed to them forever. God damn it, what's his name? Yeah, he's the son of Nigel Mansell, who is one of the more famous F1 drivers. He's a great driver. Is his name in here? Is his name in the comments? They do all kinds of stuff. They do. They've been doing this series with F1 tires on weirdo random cars. Yeah, I forget his name. But yeah, Driven Media is an awesome channel. I'm gonna sneeze. Got it. All right. Bobby Bag says, "Yo, what's up?" YouTube just did the thing. Right 9 says, show the table, Maddie. The table, Maddie. Mofos don't know. Yeah, one of the things that kind of kicked my YouTube channel in the ass was doing the impossible Maddie flip, which is here on the channel. Oh, it used to be the video that would play when you first got here, but I guess I changed that. So now if you just go into edits and go like pretty much all the way down, here it is, quad camp. No, it's not this. It's man, it's far back. Here it is, quad camp, indoor power loop, and Maddie flip. This is the one. I'll throw a link at you guys. And there you go, chat. If you haven't seen that, you should watch that. That's a super fun little video. Joshua has a version of that too. Joshua has an edit with like his side of the story, which is pretty cool. It's fun to watch them both back to back. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch it. You'll love it. It's a little slice of FPV history, in my opinion. And most of the pro pilots at the time are in there, and they all tried this power loop around these folding tables and couldn't do it. I hit the power loop and then jokingly said, like, should I Maddie flip it? And everybody was like, it's not possible. And then I did that too. So, yeah, that was one of the things that kind of, yeah, a couple of the guys that getting to meet Joshua and Drew and Kevin and Tommy and DJ and a couple other folks there, DJ being Bot Grinder. Yeah, that changed things and made me realize, like, hey, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I should put a shitload of effort into my YouTube channel. And here we are. Morton Upshot says, I will draw and print an ass for you to add to this rig. Apoen says, how's it going, chat? CiottiFPV, love your brother. The set looks sweet. Thank you, dude. This is at, I now, for the first time in my adult life, live in a house. I've been living in apartments for the last 20 years. But yeah, my girlfriend and I are now living together here in a big, beautiful house in Georgia. And I was able to build this cool little set and whatnot. And yeah, I'm a lucky dude. Lucky guy. I'm still getting it dialed in, though. I got to figure out. I gotta figure out how to hide this light. I need to figure out how to get light here. I need to figure out how to get light here, but hide the light source. And I know the answer. There's a beam that runs here right off camera, and yeah, I can drill into it and I can put a couple of lights up there, and then just run the power cords up into the drop ceiling. I just need to get an outlet up in the ceiling. I forgot to. Harbles came up from Florida and stayed for a few days, and we hit a whole bunch of famous Atlanta spots. And he did a whole bunch of electrical work. And one of the things that I forgot to tell him is that I wanted an outlet up in the ceiling for doing exactly that. But luckily, there is power over there. There's a fluorescent light ballast over there that I'm going to remove, so I can take the I can put a box up there and then run like an extension cord. I don't know. Maybe I can just pull the wires over far enough. But yeah, there is electric up there that hopefully I can figure out how to tap into. It shouldn't be that hard. YouTube video or two. This being the first time I'm in a house, I'm having to learn everything at the age of 41 years old. I don't know how to do anything. You know, apartments, like, they very specifically don't let you do stuff. Like, they don't want you doing stuff. And yeah, part of the money that you're paying into an apartment is to have a maintenance crew. So I would always take advantage of that and, like, yeah, I'm not going to spend my time doing shit. I'm paying extra for you idiots to come do it. Come screw it up and then do it 15 more times, you donkeys. Kevin Sumner dropping the CiottiFPV.com link. Thank you, brother. Brandon's Baked Bean says, yo. Rob Oxison says, assless frame. Any assless chaos? Matty O, our CFPV says, CiottiFPV, did you get that? Did I get what, Matty O? Brandon's Baked Bean says, my phone shook when he sneezed. Over on the Discord, Brandon's Baked Beans in the Cinewoop text channel. Brandon's Baked Beans and I have been working on the tune for this Cinesplore. I changed motors and I changed GoPro, and all of a sudden now it's become very unruly. So yeah, Brandon is, if you don't know, Brandon's Baked Beans has an FPV exchange page, which is super awesome. He does black box tuning for $1 a minute, which is a hell of a deal. So if you need help tuning, he can definitely help you out. And yeah, get in touch with him. You can hit him up over on the Discord channel or on FPV Exchange. And yeah, we've been working on this rig here. 4.3 seems to tune very differently. I've had a really good feel for how to tune from 3.5.7 to 4.0 to 4.1 to 4.2. Now all of a sudden with 4.3, I feel like I don't know anything anymore. I feel like I have to completely relearn how to tune because nothing that I know seems to be correct, which is super frustrating. Like I'm really pissed about that, and it really feels horrible. But whatever. I mean, I don't have much of a choice. I just have to relearn everything. So Brandon's been very cool about answering questions and trying to get me straightened out because yeah, it just seems like everything that I've ever known is now worthless. And it just doesn't work anymore, and it's kind of making me want to jump off the roof. But hey, that's life sometimes. Matty ORC says PayPal for t-shirts. Yep, I printed out the label. It's sitting back here, so you are good to go, my man. Thank you, by the way. Yeah, so the t-shirts are gone. Hey, stuff that I'm selling really cheap. FPV Cycle V4 Cinesplore ducts, 3 of them. FPV Cycle Cinesplore low profile ducts, 3 of them. These are a Thingiverse duct. This is the V4 duct off of Bob's website, fpvcycle.com. This is the Beta FPV Cetus, the previous one, the 75mm one. 2 AIOs, a camera, a perfectly good frame, 2 cameras, perfectly good frame, bunch of hardware. Bunch of T-Motor F40 Pro 2 stators, just the stators. I just want this stuff to go to homes that they'll get used in. I feel bad throwing stuff away. These I am gonna sell for more than just like shipping. This is a set of NewbieDrone Flow 2004 3100 kV motors. 4 of them, and then 1 extra bell and 1 extra stator. And super cheap Hero 10 Cinesplorer or New School Glide mounting. Yeah, TPU. And then this is same deal, but Hero 8. So Hero 8, Hero 10, Cinesplorer TPU. And that's about it. If you want this white Hero 8 condom, you can have it. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I got. If you're building a Cinesplorer and you're getting the HQ poured CiottiFPV molded ducts, I've got brass inserts for you if you need them. These are specific. They're a little bit longer. They should be a little bit stronger. I had to buy 100 of them. And then, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've decided that I'm gonna do an eBay auction for the Umagod 250. This is a pretty unique one. It's set up for RunCam Hybrid. It's analog, set up for RunCam Hybrid. Tommy made me a special cage in order to be able to do that, so this is pretty rare. It's on the Aerolite motors, 4-inch arms. It's got a rush tank micro in it. So yeah, you're probably gonna see an eBay auction for this come up. I want to set the auction live this coming Friday and run it for 7 days so that it ends on the following Friday, and we can do a 4-inch Friday, and halfway through the stream the auction for this will end, and maybe people will get into a fun little bidding war, and that could be a cool thing to watch on live stream, right? I don't know, maybe we'll find out. So yeah, it's been crashed a couple times. The arms are a little bit banged up, but it's still in perfectly good shape. The crashes have been fairly light, 5 feet up, nothing crazy. Great build. It's just not going to get flown. You know, this is not the frame that I'm going to buy a whole bunch of. I'm already kind of like invested in the ripsqueaks. So yeah, it's got to go. I try to keep my gear as vanilla and like the same thing over and over and over again as possible. And this doesn't fit in that. So I would rather this move on to a good home because it flies really well. And it has the Acon $100 AIO in it, which has been awesome. I'm actually sad to see that AIO go, but you know, one of you guys will get one hell of a, really the only AIO that actually works well. And then it's going to come with a bunch of extra stuff. Extra cage if you want to go back to a DJI setup. A whole bunch of TPU, four TPU Insta360 Go holders. A bunch of propellers. There's an extra stator in there. What's that extra stator? Oh yeah, wow. 2 extra stators, I guess. So yeah, cool little kit that you guys should see on eBay this coming Friday. So keep your eye out for that. Come on, scroll wheel on mouse. Work. Ian Cooper says that link is to the full playlist, 110 videos added to the queue. Whoops. No, it should go to... Hold on. Let me do share, copy. Here's the link to the actual video, rather than to the entire playlist. There you guys go. Talked about this. Talked about... Hey, I did end up switching the... ESC out of the... let's just grab it. Out of the... what do I call this? The rig with all the weird parts on it, the glide with all the weird parts on it, the test bench glide. Yeah, this is the test bench glide. This is where I try like weird random shit parts on. And I've had this Mamba ESC in it for a little bit, and it did not hold up all that well. It started to drop an arm. It's still flyable, but if you push it really hard, it'll do a little tiny desync. So yeah, I mean, I guess if one of you guys wants this, it's a 30x30 ESC. It absolutely does work. If you're gonna fly smooth, it'll probably be completely fine for a while. I'll send this to you for like whatever shipping is, it's $4. But yeah, fair warning, it's starting to get a little bit tired. But if you've got like a really cheap shit rig that you just need an ESC for, here you go. This one will absolutely work. I took it out of this test bed rig and I replaced it with a T-Motor F55A that Joshua Bardwell gave me at Rampage Quad Camp, Jesus. So yeah, I am gonna put some abuse through a T-Motor ESC. That being said, it's an Acon made it for T-Motor, I can tell. So it's gonna be amazing because Acon stuff is the best you can get. So won't be any surprise when this ESC is awesome, but it's always good to have specific, you know, it's been tough for me to recommend the T-Motor stuff to you guys, the T-Motor ESCs to you guys, without having had any actual experience with it. Like, that feels weird. Like, the fact that it's made by Acon, I have so much trust in Acon that I've been able to say, like, hey, you're going to be just fine. But I like it much better when I've specifically flown stuff and crashed stuff. This Tiny's LEDs did blow up. I just I noticed that last night and then I forgot to confirm it. So I got a little bit more work to do. I got to just swap this this little constant on LED out on this rig. So I'm going to put this right here. But yeah, I have this rig back on the Axis 2306s. I don't have any more of these Axis 2306s. Maybe I'll get one more of them so that I can keep beating on this and see how these motors crash. But it's really tough because I'm not in like a fly freestyle every single weekend mode right now. Haven't been for a long time. So it's hard for me to trust the crash data that I get. But I did have a couple of moments with this rig where it slammed really hard, and I was like, wow, I'm surprised that a motor didn't get banged up. That is a thing that does happen, though. Like, if you crash, especially with a glide frame, because it has such good protection of the motors, you can crash a glide frame really hard, and it'll put all of the energy into the carbon fiber frame rather than the motors. So it's tough with this frame to know if after a crash the motors took the you know, lion's share or whatever of the abuse versus the frame itself. It's one of the great things about this frame, but yeah, it does make motor testing a little bit more difficult. So yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, all I can do is continue to fly it as much as I can and try to figure that out. It's really interesting. It's really interesting that they did that little lip and groove setup to try to make the motor a little bit more durable. Nobody else has done it. Nobody else has ripped that little setup off yet. So that could mean that it doesn't do anything. It doesn't work. Or it could just mean that nobody else has realized it yet. But yeah, getting crash durability feedback on motors is really tough. It's really, really, really tough. So yeah, let me know if you want this this ESC. It absolutely works. But if you push it super hard, like if you do like a really hard split S, or if you like jam both like full stick yaw, full stick roll in, you can get it to every once in a while just kind of drop a corner. But like I said, if you fly smoothly, it's totally fine. Kevin Sumner says, did you mention sticker packs? I did not. 3 sticker packs are left. These are the retro ones. $10 whole. You PayPal me, and I send you a bunch of stickers. It is the old school logo. This is the old school retro sticker pack. One big, one small, and beautiful holographic. the New School logo in holographic, and then your choice, either a window cling or a sticker. The window cling can actually stick on the inside or the outside of a window. Awesome for your car. CiottiFPV.com, scroll down, PayPal button, send me $10, send me your address, and tell me if you want the sticker or the window cling. Once these three sticker packs are gone, they're gone forever. So act now. Abraham says, did you root your goggles yet? No, I'm kind of waiting for more people to do it, to be really honest. I saw that Joshua has a video on it. That makes me feel really good. I'm weirded out that it's not reversible. And I you guys know how I am. I always like to kind of, I try not to jump on the hype train and get screwed over. So yeah, I typically try to wait for other people to figure out the bad stuff, and then I can, either choose to take the risk or not. So we'll see. I do really want that though. I do really want. One of the big problems with DJI for me is the lack of warnings in the OSD and link quality. That really sucks. So yeah. Yeah, we'll see. The follow translogs, cross my fingers. You might want to take another look. What like we're talking about? Brandon, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna. I just charged one of the 4S1050s for this guy. So after the stream, I'll put this up in the air out in the front yard and get another log for you. I did make the changes that you said. I brought the tracking down, so the pitch, all of the pitch values are now completely identical to the roll values. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that helps. But previously, so up until Betaflight 4.3, my experience with tuning has been that if you have a rig that's squished X like this is, the distance between the front and rear motors is much less than the distance between the left and right motors. So there is less of a mechanical torque advantage. There is less mechanical torque from front to rear than left to right. That means, previously, that you would need more basically P and D gain on the pitch axis to make up for that differential in mechanical torque. Also, if you have a rig that's got a lot more weight spread on the pitch axis, i.e. GoPro and then battery back as far as I can get it to offset the weight of the GoPro, versus left to right, there's really like no extra weight. That also leads to a rig that needs a lot more pit authority on the pitch axis than the roll axis. So yeah, I was super shocked when Brandon recommended that I reduce the pitch tracking on the pitch axis, but yeah, in 4.3 everything seems to be out the window, so God only knows. Luckily he's willing to look at these logs, because the logs don't lie, so this will go up in the air this afternoon, and we'll see what's going on. I also do need to take these propellers off of here. This is a sort of unknown propeller to me. I really like this propeller. This is a T-Motor T76? Yeah, T-Motor T76. I really like this propeller. I just haven't used it before, so it's a little bit of an unknown. T-Motor propellers have been amazing though. But yeah, I need to get this propeller off and put a Gemfan 5 blade on here, because that's the known quantity propeller that I've been using forever. But yeah, it's Northern Tier FPV with a $20 super chat. He says, send me stickers. My PayPal is screwed up. Address and Patreon. Cheers, my friend and collective. Sounds good, Northern Tier. What do you want? Well, I mean, for $20, do you want both? Do you want both the cling and the sticker? That's absolutely fine. Northern Tier, what is your name in Patreon? I'm pretty sure that I think Patreon forces you to use your human being name rather than any kind of a screen name. I don't think if I go on Patreon and search for Northern Tier, I'll be able to find you. So what's your name? I'll just make a note here and send it on out. Thank you, brother, for the support. Very cool of you. Brain 3D is in the house. What's up, Brian? How are you, man? Brian, I actually need to bug you for some TPU stuff. Yeah, this is that Hero 8 Cinesplore mount that you made for me with the huge amount of setback. It's a little bit too much setback. I think we very briefly talked about it. You then made me the red 20, this is the 10 degree up. You then made me the red 20 degree up, and we moved it forward a little bit, and that one's perfect. I need to bug you for another one of these 10 degrees, but with it moved forward a little bit to get the ducks out of view. And then I'm also hoping that you can do this same kind of treatment here, moving the GoPro back on the Hero 10 mounts. With the heavier Hero 10, it's really tough having the weight so far forward. That's one of the things that we're struggling with in this tune. So yeah, with the Hero 10 mounts, I'm hoping you can kind of do the same thing and shift it back a little bit. I think on this one, Brian says, doesn't put that camera back where it originally was. No, I think on this one here, we moved it back like 11 millimeters, and that was just too much. I think if it's just back like 7 or 8 millimeters, that's going to be the sweet spot. And man, it really makes a difference. Good Lord. I know that doesn't seem like much, but man, it makes a difference because it's just so heavy on the nose. So yeah, I gotta bug you for that, brother. Much appreciated. If you guys don't get your TPU from Brain 3D, what are you doing? You probably have your own 3D printer, but Brian's files that he makes, like his prints, right? Like his actual 3D files are just brilliant, and you can't get as good of a 3D file on Thingiverse. So support the FPV community. His prices are unbelievably fair, and you'll get a better print file that will potentially be more durable on your GoPro, right? Like, how much money have we spent replacing blown up GoPros? Well, if you've got a better I've found at least, if you have a better quality TPU mount, where the corners are a little bit thicker, for example, that'll let your GoPro last longer, and then his stuff will literally pay for itself. So yeah, get it. Get it. Northern Tier says it's the same. Okay, cool. Northern Tier. Did I spell that right? Tier FPV. Awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I will get that shipped out tonight. All right, people. What were we doing? We were going to do something. I wanted to talk about this. We are going to sim in a little bit. I can't sim for like 2 hours, though. My eyes just will not take it. They just explode. Abraham says, I haven't gotten my sticker pack yet. Messaged you about it last week after you had some mix-ups. Thought you may have sent it, but it may still be in the mail. I guess it's not here. Sticker packs, I've just been putting stamps on. So I don't have any way of tracking them, unfortunately. Aber, I'm pretty sure that I remember writing your name down on one of them. So if it doesn't make it soon, I'll just send you another one. It must be lost in the mail. Hasn't been returned. None of them have been returned to me yet. But yeah, if you don't get it in another few days, just let me know, and I'll ship you another one. CMYKFPV is also in the house. Everybody's coming through. Brain 3D says, just message me tomorrow with an order. I will. Thank you, brother. Look at the regular mount and modify. I'm probably going to message you so that we can talk it out to... Jesus! Brian just ordered 125 rolls of filament. Holy Christ. Oh my God. That's wild. CMYKFPV says, what's up, Brain 3D? Love my CMYK mount. CMYK's got the coolest mount that I've ever seen. It's got cyan, magenta, yellow, and black stripes on it, which is just the coolest thing ever. Also, you know what I realized is that Brain 3D has gray TPU. So the one of the other things I want to bug Brian for is a gray Session 5 mount for the Rossi. We can get a little bit more gray onto the Rossi to make it more like the actual Rocinante from the Expanse. Cool. Shout out to T-Motor for sending over their new VTX, the FT800 VTX. It basically looks like a Rush tank 20x20 with a metal heat shield, which is awesome. That's great. So yeah, I like that. Hey, let's fly a tiny whoop. I want to try to troubleshoot this newbie drone rig really quick. I feel like the runtime has been suffering on this rig, and there's really no reason for it. So I'm gonna bring the PIDs down a little bit. Maybe there's, I don't know, maybe it's just a little bit noisy, and the PID loop is shaking the motors back and forth the entire time that I'm flying. Let's see if we can get any of the runtime back really quick. Let me plug it in. Also, this is on the T-Motor prototype triblades, which I've given them feedback about thus far. But I do want to continue to fly these propellers in case something weird happens with them, and they need feedback on it. Get out of there, hair! Come on, come on, get whatever. I give up. You win, piece of hair. So yeah, let's plug this in. We'll go into Betaflight. We're just gonna back the tune off a little bit, and we'll see if that see if we can back the tune off a little without wrecking the flight characteristics. Duke is freaking out upstairs. Wonder why. Okay. Well, so first thing let's do is come into not the servos tab, the sensors tab, and let's take a quick look at this graph to make sure that the gyro is not like wrecked. I mean, this is not a great way of seeing if the gyro is fucked, but it is. Sometimes you can see problems in here. So what you're looking for is any like weird spikes. Okay. I'm gonna make an assumption that the USB kind of came unplugged a little bit, I guess. All right, let's try this again. So yeah, what we're looking for is any weird spikes. I mean, I can create a weird spike by just moving the rig very quickly. So the point here is to slowly move the rig, and you're going to see the accelerometer traces kind of move around a little bit. But we're looking for those gyro traces to make any weird spikes. Typically, you cannot find gyro problems by doing this, but every once in a while you can. And this is me rotating it on the yaw axis. So yeah, I mean, it looks fine. It's a little jaggy because, you know, I'm doing this with my bare hands. But yeah. All right, so let's pull the PIDs down a little bit on this thing, see if we can clean it up. Maybe we'll add a little bit of filtering while we're at it. Let me just check here to make sure there's nothing weird. Dynamic idle 30. Let's kill this throttle boost. I'm going to start zeroing out throttle boost. I don't think I like throttle boost. I've heard a bunch of people bitch about it too. Master multiplier is at 1.6. Let's pull it down to 1.5. And why is dynamic damping turned off? I don't want that off. I love dynamic damping. That's weird. Let's pull the feed forward back up too. I'm trying to force myself to use more feed forward. I am pushing a lot of D-gain in here on the damping slider. Let's back that off a little bit. Let's back that off to 1.2. I love running the damping slider really high because it just eats prop wash. Brain 3D with a great question. He says, what's your favorite bind and fly Cinewhoop frame? I need one quickly for chase footage of some BMX riding over jumps. Ooh, man, I don't know a ton about Bind and fly. What you want, I think, especially because you're going to do BMX riding, so they're going to be cooking. What you want is the GEP-RC Cinelog. Get yourself a GEP-RC Cinelog 30 or 35, and that should be good for that specific use. Yeah, that's the only way. 661 says, in my opinion, you're making way too many big changes at once on that tune. Yeah, I mean, if I was new to tuning, I would definitely agree with you, 661. But I've been tuning for over 6 years, so I can usually get away with making a whole bunch of changes like this at once. But if you are new to tuning, it is a bad idea to make a whole bunch of changes like this all at the same time. It just kind of reduces your ability to figure out what, if there was one specific change that made a big difference. Man, the filtering is not all that aggressive here. Interesting. Maybe there's too much. 661 says, turning off throttle boost to 0 will cut the power a lot. Elaborate on that, 661. That it doesn't sound like you know what throttle boost does. Throttle boost has nothing to do with the power of the rig. It has to do with basically when you rapidly raise the throttle, it artificially it acts like feed forward in that it pushes the actual, man, it is hard to describe. It artificially accelerates the actual throttle input ahead of your moving the throttle up. What you're actually doing at the set point, I guess I should say. And we didn't have throttle boost for a long time, and all was right with the world. So, yeah, I don't know. And I tend to be pretty quick on the throttle anyway. So, yeah, I haven't turned it all the way off in a long time. So this is kind of me just playing with it, but that's what she said. I'm actually going to remove some filtering here because too much filtering is a problem. And this is a fairly clean rig, so yeah, let's push the D-term filter up just a little bit to 1.2. This rig has a lot of filtering right now. It's got RPM filtering and the dynamic notch filtering. The dynamic notch is on 2. You know what? Let's do this. Let's put this onto a preset. We're gonna put the filtering into a preset on this thing. We're gonna do filters here, and we're gonna do with RPM filtering, normal build. Normal build with, now let's do clean build. Clean build with RPM filtering. With tiny whoops and micros, we typically don't run into vibrations in the lower frequencies that those noisy presets kind of target. So using like the clean filtering setups is usually a really good idea for these smaller rigs. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive. Although, what is it? Man, the D-term filter multiplier is only at 1.05. Interesting. Let's leave this here, though. Let's leave this here. Yeah, let's give this a shot. This thing's getting hot. Hold on. Let me make sure on until first arm is set up on the... Nope, low power disarm is not turned on. That's weird. Why didn't I have that turned on? I turned that on everything. Power is set to 5. That's weird. Whatever, it's fine. It might be just because I haven't armed it yet. Well, no, actually, hold on. Let's move this to 25. Okay. Let's see what's up. Maybe this will be a little bit better. Maybe it'll be worse. Maybe it'll be the same. Plugging in the Eachine ROTG1 VRX. Let's see if it's working. Hey, look at that. It's been kind of a pain in the ass lately, but now all of a sudden it's acting right. This battery has been sitting for a couple of days, so This will not be the battery that we judge the runtime off of, but this will be the battery that we can kind of dial this tune in a little bit on if we need to. So let's see what's up here. This is a Newbie-drone Acrobee AIO, the V1 with the MPU 6000. Oh, wrong model. Let's go to the Express LRS model. There we go. And you're probably getting the static and garbage from the fact that this AIO is very hot right now. Oh, this is... Man, the video looks terrible. Let's just get some airflow. Man, the battery is just dying. The modes are also incorrect on this rig. I gotta get this plugged back into Betaflight. I'm just getting some airflow going. It's in horizon mode right now. I just want to cool down the flight controller. Alright, so not a good sign that it crushed that battery so quick. But I need to get this. I need to get the flight modes fixed real quick. Bannister Post says, "Do you remove the second gyro low pass ever?" I do. I used to remove it much more often. It doesn't add much filter delay. Not motors, modes. It doesn't add much filter delay. What is this setup on here? What the hell? Weird. Why is this set up like this? This must have been... Oh, wow. Like, nothing's set up. This is super weird. This must have been someone else's... This is somebody else's modes. I must not have... I don't know. This is weird. This is very weird. I must have done a diff and pulled over somebody else's setting. Flip over after Crash Aux 3 in the middle, not all the way down. And then we want... There is no black box, unfortunately. Beeper, which is kind of worthless on Tiny Whoops, but we'll turn it on anyway. And, alright, so now we're good. Now our modes are set. What else? I mean, Christ, what else is weird on this? Crossfire, tear. No, this is all correct. I feel like it's maybe just that one thing. Let's check the PID sum to make sure that is good. Okay, yeah, PID sum is up at 1,000. Okay, so I think it's maybe just the modes tab that I didn't set up properly. Yeah, so not a great sign that it just crushed that battery so quickly. We could turn LEDs off. Oh, that's one of the other things that we want to set up here in modes. Ah, screw it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. OSD profile selection, that's good to go. OSD is set up properly. Yeah, okay. So... let me do this. Let me pull the master multiplier way down. All the way down to 1.2. That should negatively affect the flight characteristics of it. And that's good. Because then I can push that back up to get the tune as... You don't want to be over-tuned, basically. So if your tune is... If you keep your tune a little soft, you can then... slowly push the tune up rather than if you're over-tuned, it just flies good. Without black box, this is one of the little tricks to figuring out how to get the tune locked in. I'm going to put that battery aside, and I'm going to take this battery here that I know that I just charged, and we're going to see what happens here. Let me quickly look for any weird, like, mechanical stuff. Like, is there anything pushing up against the flight control, the AIO? Low battery. No, it looks pretty good. AIO has a little bit of movement to it, right? It's pretty tight in there, but should be okay. Antenna is not, well, that antenna is kind of jammed up in there. There is an EP2 that's on the board, and then, well, yeah, that could have something to do with it. I wish that wasn't. Man, I can't wait for Newbie Drone to do an AIO with Express LRS on board. Having to run an external receiver on a tiny Whoop or an external VTX really sucks. Oh, that being said, I'm very spoiled by not having had to do that for a while. All right, let's see what happens here. So this is a battery that I know is charged. Now we also have functioning OSD. Jesus, this camera does not handle low light. It's not usually completely black. There we go. Now I can kind of see. Jesus. Okay, hold on. Wow, the video is just worthless. All right, hold on. Let me see what the VTX is on. Maybe it's still on 5 milliwatts? No. Let's go up to 100 and see what happens. A little bit better. I don't know. Are we just super spoiled by the Happy model? The Happy model setups or what? Like, could totally be that. Oh man, there's a big. Oh boy, there's a big. See that big judder? That is typically not enough pit authority. My rates are kind of low. No, yeah. So the tune is too soft. The tune is definitely too soft. And this battery is hurting already. We're just at a minute. And it is not vibing. Well, I have a funny... I don't know. I'm starting to feel like... Also, there's still this weird problem with the rates. These Newbie Drone flight controllers, like... I don't know what it is, man. The rates feel different than my normal rates. And there's just no explanation for that. One of the problems is definitely that I with this rig right now is I don't think I have the low voltage warning set properly. Yeah, I have the low voltage warning set to 3.5. That's no good. So that has something to do with it. The runtime's not that bad, I guess. But yeah, the rates just feel weird on these Newbie Drone builds. It's very strange. The VTX is definitely struggling though. Like, how bad is it for you guys? Hold on, let me land it out here and look at the monitor. Oh yeah, it's rolling and shit for you guys. Interesting. But yeah, there's just, I don't know what the hell is going on with this, but when I switch back and forth between these Mobula 6s, these Mobula builds, and these Acrobee builds, the rates on the Acrobee AIO just don't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. This is definitely undertuned now. So let's really quickly come in here, simplified tuning, and we're gonna take the master multiplier up. Master multiplier, we're gonna bring this up to 1.5, and that should be a lot better. All this being said, here's the other thing. The Newbie Drone AIOs use the silly plugs, which make life a lot more difficult. And so I am kind of bordering on giving up on the Acrobee boards for indoor freestyle tiny whoops. I'm really starting to lean towards the the Mobula 6 AIOs. Man, I cannot get this fucking unplugged, and it is just over discharging the battery right before my eyes as I struggle to get the damn thing unplugged. Got it unplugged. Yeah, I'm okay. No, easy phone. It's CiottiFPV. What's up? Cat enough. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't like... There's only one spot to put the EP2, and it's kind of right on top of the gyro. Maybe that's a problem. I don't really have a solution to that. I mean, I guess I could go back to FR Sky, but I really don't want to. So yeah, I've tried. And I do absolutely think that the quality control on the Newbie drone boards is better than the Happy Model boards, but the VTX, I mean, like that VTX quality that we were just looking at is no good. So yeah, maybe these I think that these Acrobee boards are just going to need to be on the tiny lifters because they'll take 2S. Yeah, and now maybe I can stop screwing around with these stupid little proprietary motor plug headers. I hate that. I really hate that. I was really hoping that I could get this rig to be in a place where it was flyable and just like a little bit heavier, but it's just not. It's just no good, and that makes me sad. Hold on, let me mute this for you guys. Yeah, that feels bad. I don't like that. But you can't say I didn't try. I've put a bunch of different cameras on here. I've swapped this AIO out. I put ELRS on it. I've got a $20 antenna on it. I've done everything that I can think of. And I think this is the end of the road until they do an Acrobee with Express LRS on board. I will absolutely give that a shot, or Crossfire. But yeah, the external EP2 could be the problem. I don't know. I also I don't love their BI cameras on this rig. I went as far as to hook up one of these RunCam Nanos with the plug, the specific plug that this thing uses. Damn. This I don't like this. I don't like the concept of pulling this apart and not having a Newbie drone tiny whoop set up because I love Newbie drone. But I just, every time I fly this rig, I'm like I can't see where I'm going. The rates are weird. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then I fly the Mobula 6 rigs and all is right with the world. So yeah, damn. And I mean, like these Newbie drone AIs, I've had them in the cockroach frames. I've had them with the BI cameras, without the BI cameras. I think it's time to move on though from them. I don't see what else I could do. I mean, I guess if I wanted to keep going, I could, this is a V1. I've had the best luck with these V1s that have the MPU 6000 gyro on them. Let me actually double check that. Let me double check that it's the MPU 6000 gyro. What I could do is put a V3 board into this. So if you ever want to know what gyro you have, you just come into the CLI and type status. And it's going to tell you the MCU. SPI1, gyro unlocked. There it is. Gyro, MPU 6000, accelerometer, MPU 6000. Yeah, man, I am very confused. I'm very, very confused as to what's happening with this rig. Even if I could get the tune, I mean, it seemed like maybe the tune cleaned up a little bit from moving that master multiplier up, and it didn't. Well, let me do this. Let me fix the. I have one more battery that's sitting on the charger. We're gonna fly half a battery with the T-motor props, and then I'm gonna swap it over to the Gemfan triblades, and we'll make sure that that's not a part of the problem. But we need to get this power and battery fixed here. So warning cell voltage should be 3.3, not 3.5. There we go. It's weird that changed like that. Also, let me make sure that the battery voltage is coming through correctly. Let's hit this on test. 3.97 on the tester. 3.97, 3.9. Yeah, no, it's right. It's right. Okay, I just want to make sure the scale was right. So there's one more battery on the charger. It's almost done. Just super quick, like we'll throw this back up in the air and see if it's any better. Okay, this will also give me an excuse to discharge this last battery on the charger here. So real quick, let's just. And also, this will be interesting. I mean, technically, maybe I can tell a difference between these two propellers, but man, do I doubt it, because I'm not comfortable flying this rig because the rates are weird. The rates just act funny. I don't know. It's not gonna. We're not gonna be able to tell a difference, but. Maybe if I switch the props and the probs go away, then yeah, we'll know there's something going on. But this rig has been a problem child for a long time. All right, so what are we doing here? Yeah, see, it just the rates feel way too quick towards the center. Oh, farts. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm just not comfortable flying this rig at all. I never have been. All right, let's change these props out. I don't know why this battery didn't charge. It's been on the charger for a long time. Okay. Let's pull these T-motor tri-blades off of here, and we're gonna swap them for the Gemfan old trusty tri-blades. And then I think this thing is going to get torn apart. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these motors, to be honest. These are the full can tinywhoop.com 30,000 kVs. They're the heavier ones. Maybe these motors will go on to the HD0 Mobula 6. That could make some sense. Abraham says the Darwin 1 to 3S F4 is brilliant for 2S. It needs to have the VTX and ELRS on board, though, does it? I doubt it. Usually those, yeah, I don't know of any other boards that have that, other than the newbie drone. No, it doesn't. Damn it. What's up, Marius? How are you? Okay, so we're gonna throw the Gemfan tri-blades on here. I know I'm not showing you guys doing this, but I just want to get it done really quick. Here, look. It's me putting props onto a tiny whoop. Yay! There we go. They're red, and I like that. All right. This is a relatively fresh set here, too. That one, this one, and... Hold on. If I don't get this one goddamn hair out of the base of this motor, I'm going to lose my mind. And technically speaking, if it's long enough, it's not long. If a hair is long enough, it can cause weird stuff, but that one was not. I have a feeling it wasn't, but yeah. If you're troubleshooting a tiny whoop and the motors are all haired up, do yourself a favor, de-hair the motors. If they get wound up exactly wrong, they could cause problems. They don't, but they could. All right, let's see. See if that changes anything.
Low battery.
Okay. Sounds a little different. That's interesting. It sounds more normal. Oh, wow. It just immediately dropped an arm. Wow, the tune still needs... Whoa! So that was a big uncommanded desync, arm drop, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this board's a mess. Game over for Velocidrone Acrobees. I mean, you guys have seen me fly. Like, you can tell that I'm not comfortable flying this, right? Like, it don't feel right. It's all fakakta. See that bounce back? It needs more PID gain. Just to show you guys what I mean. We can get rid of that bounce back really easily. Simplified tuning. Come on down. Master multiplier up. I like it up at 1.8 on tiny whoops. I know it's a lot, but they're very limited on motor. See that? See how it's gone? Still have it a little bit. These are, again, 0802 30,000s. I'm asking a lot from this powertrain, from these motors, but the Mobula 6 can handle it.
Telemetry lost.
Yeah. Anybody having good luck with Velocidrone stuff lately? Anybody? Does anybody have a Velocidrone rig that can fly? Has anybody had the rates weirdness? Has anybody noticed that on their Acrobees the rates feel different than every other rig? Is that just me? I feel crazy. 3.68. Don't do it. 3.97. Wow, this really bounced back. Come on, man. Don't. It was because that barrel plug had come out. This battery bounced back like crazy. I feel like this is that original battery that we flew. Hold on. Let's just real quick throw this back on here. And... well, no. You know what? Let's try this. Let's put biblades on it. Let's put biblades on it. Because here's the thing. The biblades are awesome. Especially on 30,000 kV motors. And I guess maybe the problem here could be that these triblades are significantly heavier than the biblades, and maybe I've just become so spoiled by the response time of the biblades. So really quick, to just burn the rest of this battery, let's throw it on biblades. Can you guys tell how badly I want this to keep this Velocidrone rig together? Also, I custom soldered on a set of the Velocidrone plugs to these little tiny plug jib jabs. So I would rather not have to pull those off and resolder the JST 1.0. So Velocidrone uses JST 1.25. I'm sorry, they use JST 1.0. This is a V1 board, which is one of the really good ones in my opinion, because it's got The MPU 6000 gyro. I just lost my fill light. That sucks. Yeah. 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 Maybe the V3 board's better. But I swear to God, I had really good luck a while ago with these V1 boards. But maybe it was just because there wasn't... What I keep coming back to is, like, when my ultimate freestyle tiny whoop was the Newbie-Drone Acrobee V1, maybe it was just the best that we had. Maybe, right? Like, maybe that was, at the time, just the only really decent option. And maybe now with the Mobula 6s, like, we just have a better option, and I'm basically spoiled. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm spoiled by the Mobula 6 now.
Low battery.
But I don't know. This seems like it's worse than it used to be, and that doesn't make any sense. What's happening? What? You gonna turn on goggles, or am I gonna hit you with a hammer? There it goes. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's gotten worse, and that I don't understand that, because this has been on a couple of different boards. Like, I've changed everything out, and it ain't getting any better. This VTX performance is just awful, though, and it's got a really good antenna on it, so you know what? I'm done. I'm done. And I've heard that from a bunch of people. I've heard from a bunch of people that the Newbie-Drone Acrobee AIOs just have terrible video performance. So, I can't... Because I fly these things on the live stream, and it's got to be incredibly frustrating for you guys to have to watch the shitty rolling video. So, you know what? I don't feel bad about it now. I don't feel bad about it anymore. The video is just terrible, and I have it turned all the way up. And yeah, sorry, Newbie-Drone. I love you guys. I really, really, really do. But if you want to compete with the Mobula 6, you got to do better. Like I said, maybe the V3 is better. I doubt it. But I am going to be using the V3s on the tiny lifters, so the Acrobee boards aren't going anywhere. It's just, I think they've been... really eclipsed on the freestyle side of things by the Mobula 6s. If nothing else, then the Mobula 6 ELRS boards have ELRS on board and a more powerful, better quality VTX on board. The end. You know, like that's hard to come back from right there. So yeah, that's wild. I didn't think. I'm glad that we got here, because like, when I go to fly tiny whoops, I look at this rig and I'm like, oh, I should fly that one to see if I can get it to be any better. And then I'm like, I don't want to fly that one because it doesn't fly good. And all I do is struggle with it and put more time and effort into it to try to get it working. I would rather spend my time actually flying. So yeah, I'm going to... Northern Tier says, I think the RunCam 3 is what makes the Mobula 6 video so much better. So this actually has a RunCam 3 on it. So yeah, that ain't it. There's just something going on with the VTX on the Newbie-Drone Acrobees. It's just not. It's not great. Here is what I'm gonna do though. I am gonna build a Mobula 6 ELRS with something. I'm gonna build some sort of a Mobula with these 0802 30,000s to see how they are. I've been. It's really hard for me to review the performance of these motors when they're on an AIO that has all these problems. So yeah, these motors are gonna come. I'm actually gonna unplug them right now. I'm gonna have to desolder these Newbie-Drone plugs and solder on some standard. I'm gonna have to put these motors back to the way that they were before. and we'll get them onto a Mobula board, and we'll see what's what. So, damn. That's how it goes sometimes. You try, and you try, and you try, and you try, and you fail. But when you fail, that's when you learn stuff. So, fail a lot, friends. I'm going to put this in a little build bag, along with a bunch of these propellers. And, yeah, we'll see what's what. Poor little fella. He just couldn't quite hold up to the happy model attack. Where do I put this? I'm going to put this here, because I do want to dive into this and rip it apart before I forget about it. Alec Dvornik is on the house. What's up, brother? And Expander says, F it, let's sim. Goddamn right. Velocidrone combat mode coming at you. 4:30. Good timing. Perfect timing, actually. Let's fire up Velocidrone here. I'm going to quit out of a couple of things, including Discord. And... all right. Shall we play a game? A little bit of war games coming at you guys, because we're about to play a war game, goddammit. Name of the room in the American region is going to be CiottiFPV livestream, I think it is. Testing warning, shut up. Don't tell me that. We're not testing, we're slaying, as the kids say. All right, multiplayer, Ass Blaster 5000, great. Select quad. CiottiFPV live stream is the name of the session. Let's go top to bottom on these empty polyworld combat mode maps. Not today, but let's just start going top to bottom on these. So that we kind of try them all. I've been sort of jumping around. First one we're going to do is capture the flag battle bases. And let's go with, just to get us started, we're just going to do deathmatch. Combat deathmatch. There we go. And, yeah, perfect. Look at that. Look at that ass blaster. Carrying around a weapon. Crazy. So what's this one? So we know this one. We've been on this map before. We know this map. I don't think we need to play this map. Let's all right, so we know what battle bases is. Cathedral. Let's see what Cathedral is. Oh boy, that's a lot. Let's crash and go to the regular respawn point. Oh, this is a bit much. There's an awful lot going on in here. I try not to use these maps that are going to just annihilate people's computers. What is this nonsense? Why is that moving? Well, that's kind of interesting. You can't go through it until it's up high. I've never been able to figure out what that orange thing is. This is a bit much. I don't want to punish people that aren't on a crazy computer. Dive, I think that's the one that we were doing last week, right? Let's see. Yep, we were doing this one last week, okay. And capture the flag kill house. Let's try this one. This will also give folks a chance to come in. Let's crash and go to the regular respawn. All right, where are they there? Ooh, I don't know this one. I haven't seen this one. There's a lot going on. But there's not that much going on. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't clear that. Oh man, there's a lot going on in this one. Let's try this one. If you guys, if anybody's computer can't handle it, please let me know. Either in the in-game chat or in YouTube chat. And we'll go to something else if your computer can't handle it. I'm not trying to punish anybody for not having a big fancy computer. Hold on, I gotta try to pull the chat out of here. But Velocidrone will not let me not go full screen. There we go. Okay. All right, chat is out of there. Dominator drone is the name of the drone that you have to use for the combat mode. Okay, Abraham. Oh, we got that. I think I'm caught up on your chat. I feel like I missed a chat, missed a comment. Whatever. 8 cables in the house. What's happening? All right, let's balance the teams and shoot each other. 2 on 2. Here we go. Kill the chat window. Bring up the stick overlay. Wait, what is this? This is this is everybody for themselves. Where are the weapons? Oh, somebody's gonna get frozen. Freeze! Oh, fuck. I blew it. I blew it. Can I change my up tilt in this? Is up tilt a changeable thing? Oh, that's FOV. Oh, you can change your camera angle. See, this is why I've been screwed. I haven't had enough camera angle. Oh, this is gonna be hard to fly now. Oh God, it's hard to fly. Oh God, it's hard to fly. Oh God, it's hard to fly. Oh man, the ambush that I just laid on whoever the hell this is. It was a Spander. Oh God, it's hard to fly. Oh God, it's hard to fly like this. Oh, you bastard, Rayos. Oh, it's impossible. I can't do it. I can't do it. 50's too much. Let's try 40. Maybe 40 is a happy medium. Oh boy. Oh boy, it is really hard to get used to this. I mean, it does feel like it might help though. It's gonna help me go faster when I'm chasing. I got a Spander once. I can't do it. It's changing your up tilt is just like a life-changing shift. Give me some weapons! Oh boy. Oh, there's one. Oh no. Why am I so bad at this? There has to be a reason. Where'd he go? Oh boy. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess if I just... maybe my brain's like, well, if we crash all the time, then no one will be able to get points for shooting us. How did that not kill him? I hit him with the explodey thing. Alright. I see someone. I see someone. The hunt is on. Coming in high elevation. Crashing. Crashing for... okay. Exposing myself so that I can get shot in the face. Uh-oh. Oh, I got roused. Only once, though. He's got an indestructible drone. He's got the mega ass blaster. Oh, farts. Probably just has a shield. Alright, we're shooting fire now. Here we go. Ah! Ah! Give me a weapon. What are you? What are you? What is that thing? I need a weapon! Oh, why am I doing this? Why am I flying freestyle? I just saw someone. Let's go expose myself and get shot in the face. What do you say? Okay, there it is. Man, am I good at that. I'm good at getting shot in this game. No one is better at getting blasted in the face in this game than I am. What if I just hang out in the black hole? Will that help, you think? Just think that'll help? Just stay here? Maybe it's recharging me. It's not. Need a weapon. Where are them pickups at? There's one. Oh god, I was armed and it just shot half the ammo. Alright, now we're good. Where are the bad people? Oh my god, I hit a spander! It's a goddamn miracle. It is an effing miracle. Alright, we're all gonna team up against Rayos. So let's balance teams, and then I'm gonna take Michael Z and put him on the red team. This should actually be pretty good. Because Rayos just got more kills than everyone combined. Here we go! Time to die! Oh wait, this is normal deathmatch. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. We're gonna switch over to team deathmatch. We're gonna switch over to team deathmatch. Here we go. Here we go. Combat. Team deathmatch. There we go. Select scenery. Balance teams. Oh, there's even more people now. Oh, now there's less. So I'm gonna go on to red team, and here we go. All right, let's see if we can take Rayos down. I mean, really, what this does is it just gives him more targets, so he'll probably get even more points. But you know, such is life, I guess. Okay. What are we on? We're red. We're looking for blue. All right, where's blue? I see blue. I see blue. Ah! See what I mean? Just giving him more targets. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, don't do it. Okay. Let's find him. And then we can hit him with the one-liner. One-liner incoming. I hope you guys are ready. Where is he hiding? Where is he hiding? Where is he? Where is he? No! He was up there. Where is he? He must be up here. Where is he? Oh, things are happening. I see him! What? No! Fucked. No lube. Maybe I have a chance with the purple Homer. Where is he? Where is he? Ah! Kids these days and their lightning fast reaction times. Die, blue scum! Oh boy, run away, run away. Nope. This is a travesty. Oh, I didn't even get it. Come on. Alright, where is he? Where's that blue streak? Oh, why? I hate this game. I hate it. I hate you, Velocidrone. I hate you. Hey, new Grand Tour. Really good. The Scandi Flick. Really well done, as always. Ah, I got him! I hit him once! It's not enough, though. It's never enough. It's never enough. Let's just fly right into this goddamn tree. That's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah, come in here! Yeah! Oh my god, I didn't flip the switch in time. Son of a bastard. Yeah, the new Grand Tour is fucking awesome. Really good stuff, as always. It's called the Scandy Flick. Hit it up on Prime. You will not be disappointed. And if you are, I don't know what to tell you. I see him. I see him. He's hunting one of my teammates. Oh my god, all I had was that homing thing and I didn't realize it. Oh, there's somebody green in here. Somebody joined late. Oh, god damn it, Larry. No! Hopefully I crashed before he got the points for shooting me. Probably not, though, because it's like 1,000 to 4. What am I doing? There's no weapon pickups over here. Oh, God, I'm going to crash again. Oh! There it is. Just instantly. I can't even get a single shot off. It's just instant death. What is this bullshit? Get out of here. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, god damn you. This is the worst. This is the worst way to spend a Sunday. Where is it? Where is that blue streak? I think a spanner might have just gotten him. Oh, what's that? That's green. Ignore the green. There's blue. Ah! If any of those hit, well, one of them hit. That's complete and utter luck. Wow. Wow. What a nightmare. This is a complete nightmare. What if I land in the water? Serves me right. Let's change the map. That'll definitely help things, won't it? Mountain Pass. What are the other game modes? Capture the flag? That could be fun. Capture the flag? Let's do that. Well, this might not have... This map might not have capture the flag. So, let's keep going with Team Deathmatch. Because it's the only hope that we have. And we're gonna balance the teams, and then we're gonna let's try 4 against 1. Maybe that'll help. Oh, this map's cool. It's got a crane. Oh, this is that really big map, though, isn't it? This map's gonna be too big, I think. No. This isn't that super huge map. This should be okay. Please. Oh. God damn it. Alright. This map seems to be light on weapon pickups. Oh boy. Oh, I shot it out of the... No, I didn't. Oh, here's some. Under the bridge. Oh, I got him! Wow, first time for everything. Total luck. 0 skill. Alright, we got a bunch of shots left! Ah, god damn it! How is it even possible? How could anyone be the, like how... I hate it. Oh, I just crashed again. I hate this game. I'm gonna burn this game in a fire. This is not fun. This is actual torture. What is happening? Ah! I got him again! Just once, though. Not enough. Oh, please be the lightning. Please be the lightning. It's the only chance I have. Oh. Oh, god damn it, Larry. Oh, I'm the worst. This is... Oh, then there's that. Abraham bailed on us for Grand Tour. I would do the same. I would bail on myself for Grand Tour. What? I picked up a thing? Why didn't it give me a thing? Do I have a shield? I have a shield. The shield just makes you easier to see, though. Where's that blue streak? Should be coming out this side. Oh my god. I got bamboozled. Is it 5 o'clock yet? God, I can't wait for it to be 5 o'clock so I can stop playing this awful, wretched game. No, I didn't get a goddamn thing again. It's because they're question marks, so they're randomizing, and I'm getting the Expander got him. I'm getting the shield as a part of the randomization. Yeah. All right. Hey, Rayos. Freeze. God damn it. This is the worst. I'll stay really low. That's the solution. No, I don't want to stay really low. I'm going to go really high. Yeah, high is the answer. Staying high is the answer. Oh, God. I got very confused. Oh, I hit the mountain. I actually didn't, almost, though. Oh, you can go in here. Look at this. Oh, farts. Maybe this is the secret, hanging out in here. Ah, I got him once! I won't get him again, though. What's that thing? Oh, I'm just like a drunk monkey shaking around. Here we go. Get in there. Get it. All right, where's that area again? I want to go back in there. It was a good area. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for war. Come on in. Come on in, Reyes. You won't. Oh, 95. Well, it's 4:55. That's close enough to 5 o'clock where I can stop playing this miserable game. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. Oh my god, what utter misery. I hope you guys had fun. I certainly didn't. Everybody go watch a Scandi flick. You're gonna absolutely love it. Any last second questions, drop them in the chat, and we'll talk about them real quick. Mads Tech is up at 5 o'clock. You guys can go buzz over and watch him. He's always got awesome stuff going on. I'm gonna go somewhere and fly this rig. Although I do need to charge these batteries. So I'm gonna charge these batteries up. I'm gonna go somewhere and fly this old school rig, see how it is. Maybe I'll throw a little edit up. Maybe I will, though. You never know. I'm gonna fly this guy as well to continue the tuning to see if it's gonna get any better. And we will keep on going. Keep on figuring stuff out together. I'm again sitting way too far to this side. I need to get used to sitting over here. You know what made it worse is I zoomed the camera out. I need to figure out how to sit here, but it feels very weird. So to do that, I would need to pitch the camera this way. Yeah, still figuring out how to get this desk set up right with where the camera kind of sits. Expander says, I had no idea there was no Grand Tour. Thanks, you're certainly welcome. Michael D says, good game. Bobby Mag says, what are you using as a trigger? My arm switch. Frank Nicholas sent me a foot pedal, but it doesn't work. I can't get it to work. How am I going to get this? If I move the camera here, I think the trick might be to pull the camera over here. Which means I need to move this monitor. Probably means I need to move the workbench over to this side. But that could be good. If the camera's here, sits like that. If I'm sitting here, yeah, I think that's when I think this camera needs to keep rotating this way. Although let me try this. Let me try this real quick. I'm gonna move it over this way. And frame it like that. And then what happens if I sit here? Oh, wow, it makes it way worse. Yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, the camera does need to move in this direction because this makes it worse. Although, yeah, because no, I want my big stupid head to be here. I don't want my big stupid head to be in front of all this nonsense. I want to be over here. So yeah, the camera needs to move to the right. Yeah, I do need to take this once I've painted that wall over there, which is happening soon. I need to paint this wall here, and to do that, I need to pull this desk out. So I guess that's going to be the deal. Once I get to work on this wall, pull the desk out. There might be a missed stream, and then yeah. That'll fix this problem. And then I can organize the desk, figure out a way to hide the wires and shit. All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out. This has been your Sunday installment of Donkey Man. Donkey's the Donkey Man. Now I can't move the chat window. It's chat window is broken. All right, guys. Be good. I'll see you. What's today? Sunday? I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern. Not a giveaway stream, but we'll do Monday Night Madness. We'll fix something or build something. Maybe we'll play around with the. I think. I'll have some feedback for you from doing some flying. We got to get this guy running. I think the flight controller is. I think the gyro is bad on the flight controller in this. But I really want to get this up in the air, and it's been a total problem child. So I'm actually going to leave this sitting out here, and we'll play around with this tomorrow night. Maybe we can get it up and running. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. See you guys tomorrow night at 10. Here comes some flying, real flying, and yeah, I will see you guys in a bit. Come on. There we go. Flow State Fly Day. That was a terrible day of flying. Let's watch the awfulness. I hate this spot. Hate Technicolor. Bad spot for bad people. All right, be good, friends. Love you. See you tomorrow. Dark and dreamy. There we go.